I read your word today. I got you. Share this with someone that needs to hear it. Today we're on Psalm chapter 91, verses 1 through 2. It says, He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him will I trust. And this is such a beautiful verse because it makes us realize that running to God in our secret place is powerful because it lets God know that we are not running to Him just for public opinion. We're running to Him because we need Him. And there's been so many times where I've grown the most just talking to God in my secret place and just really just laying everything I felt down. I started journaling again, and just the more I talk to God, the closer I feel to Him, and the closer and more clear-headed I feel and level-headed. When I tell you run to God in every situation, realize that He's your fortress, He's your refuge. Whenever you feel lost, you should run to God. Whenever you feel happy, you should run to God. In everything, we should run to God. And it's really that simple, because the more you run to God, the more you'll get closer to God, the more you will build that relationship with God, the more you will have God as your natural response to anything. You won't worry about it because you know that God is with you. And if God is for you, who can be against you? When you have that mindset that I can't lose because God is on my side, that's when you accept whatever happens in your life, because you realize God is either blessing you or teaching you a lesson with what your experience is. And when you realize that that's how you're growing. You grow from the lessons and the blessings, because at the end of the day, when you receive the blessing, you're thankful for it. You run to God and thank Him. When you're going through trials and tribulations, you realize God is teaching me a lesson. So you're thankful for that lesson. And you run to God to thank Him for teaching you. And you go to Him and ask Him, God, what are you teaching me from this? How are you revealing this to me? What should I be taking away from this experience? And then you're always growing up. You're always growing in everything. And the way I look at my life now is like Solo Level. If you ever watch that anime, you realize that you're always progressing. And how we progress is by getting our word and seeking God more. So the more you read your word, don't read it to understand. Read it to accept. And the more you read it to accept, the more you will understand. Actually, because God will reveal more to you. When I first read this Bible, I didn't understand it. But this is like my 5th time reading it, and I'm almost done reading James right now, about to start Revelations, I believe. And it's such a beautiful thing, because when I first read this Bible, I did not understand it. But now that I've been reading through it time and time again, it's like the words float off the page. And it's not a rushing thing. It's just when you read it with understanding and for acceptance, you understand it more. So read it until you understand it. And you understand it by reading it more. Just keep reading. I love you, but Jesus loved you enough to die on that cross for you and shed His blood for you. Believe in the blood.